What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of BoomJamGaming with Dishonored 2. We are going to be doing the Clockwork Mansion today. Well, now-ish. I mean, it's still the same day. Look, I'm not... I'm just me, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much, huh? Anyway, just gotta find my own thing. You know how it is. You all know. You've all seen what I am like. I am a fool. Fool of a Tock. You know what I should have gotten was like more tea. Like a bigger glass of something to drink before I, whatever, doesn't matter. Almost found my own thing, of that I'm sure. And here I am, and here we go. Now, let's see. One moment, everyone. Seem to be getting messages. Messages from beyond the grave. What's this? Looks neat. Some sort of clockwork piece. With gears and cogs and whistles and bells. One moment, folks. I'm being summoned to another room. Just give me 1 moment. Just 1 moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hello. Well, apparently, I'm too loud in the morning. And your weight in silver if you bring her to justice. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, he's missing sleep because of it. You know, and I understand that I'm sympathetic towards that, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I purposefully, you know, I make sure that I use a headset that only has one ear in when I do this stuff. You know? And so that way I can try and hear myself. I'm apparently bad at gauging my own volume because I feel like I'm talking at this volume most of the time, and I don't think that's that loud. But apparently what he's going to do when he gets home is he's going to talk through his wall at me until he's loud enough that I can hear him. So, whatever. Anyway, back to the game. I don't want to talk about this. Not here. Letter to Bonneville. Major Bonneville, thank you again for your help. Without you... Yeah, exactly. Like, his job lets out at 9. There's no reason to be up till 6 just because his job doesn't start till 3. But we can talk about that later. Anyway. Thank you again for your help. Without it, it would have been impossible to trace the final members of the Grand Guard who were there with the Stilton that night 3 years ago. The last man made it all the way to North Maya, if you can believe it, and was covering at a Tivian asylum for the poor, claiming to have been all manner of strange things, seen all manner of strange things on the night Stilton's last social gathering. He even described an exotic hooded figure visiting the manor, perhaps someone connected to Stilton's disappearance. Such matters are best left to the military men such as yourself, I suppose. I still have your bank agent's name and address. Rest assured. Your final payment will be delivered soon. I'm also sending a small flask of liquor that is close to my heart, made from the pumice left over after the wine grapes have been pressed. Please think of me as you enjoy. Yours truly, Brianna Ashworth. He was killed. Possibly by the Crown Killer? Ramsey's stochastic eyes. Why would he have a painting of Ramsey? That's weird. Blast resistant. May as well immediately get rid of because we don't need it. The main thing is we get whalebone from it, you know? I killed myself with a door? I feel really stupid. That was amazing. These doors are powerful. So how's everyone else doing? I did get rid of that bone tremor. Yes. So. That guy going on about a kiss again. Cues.
I told her 1,000 times. It ain't my job to check on the grinders. Sometimes I think she's deaf on purpose.
Whispers from the void. I think we found this book before. Ooh, more whispers from the void. That's smart. You should not be alone with him. I don't know who this guy was. It was a very key word. Ooh, there's Amber down there. And bath salts. Flammable bottles would have been nice. Do love a good project coming together. Seance notes. A month of songs. Lady Coddington brought silk scarves from her boutique, one of which Mr. Prospero used to gently strangle her. I maintained a count of her pulse and observed her breathing. When the life signs faded, we left her still for 2 full minutes before reviving her. Was it really the void she described? Have we succeeded in seeing the unseeable? My hand trembles as I recall the intensity in her eyes as she struggled to recount with broken voice what she felt during those 2 minutes. Month of Earth. I convinced our little group that less gentle methods were needed if our desire to meet the outsider was sincere. Bloodfly fever voluntarily induced, that will be our way to the void. After procuring a few bloodflies and some Addermeyer solution, we coated our hands with the elixir before exposing them to the vivarium. The stinging was unbearable. Lady Coddington fainted immediately and I was the last one to remove my hands. The fever was quick to set in. As I faded in and out of consciousness, ocean waves pounded above me. There was a silhouette in the distance and shimmering black rocks. A timeless passing in an unthinkable place while delirium held us for a few hours. Must get back there as soon as possible when my wounds have healed. So these folks made a mistake.
Yes, there is more here than corruption and pain. Don't despair. There is goodness here too.
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaca. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater, playing music that brought listeners to tears. They promptly took it apart, and it has never worked since.
That's weird. Let's see, I've got 2 runes. No chance of corrupting bone charts, or no chance of corruption when crafting bone charms with 3 traits. Still a low chance of corruption when crafting bone charms with 4 traits. I think it's a tough one. I think agility. Yeah, let's go with agility. I think that would be a good idea. The good old Arrowverse. How the fuck did I get in here? Took me a second. I was like, there's nothing I can really do to increase the distance that I can go with far reach, you know? Like, it just is the distance it's going to be. It's not a bad distance, but... That would be hilarious. Because Barry would become the villain for that season. You know? Because he'd be like Mr. Science-y, Mr. Oh, gotta test things.
Wait, this isn't.
Did I get caught just there? Damn it! Oh well. I can jump. I can jump good. That's all that matters.
It's getting hard to breathe around here.
Windows of the Grand Palace, I know these are lies. Sarkonis is a land of riches. Yes, some people are poor. They're lazy. It's true that across our capital city there are abandoned buildings full of blood flies. There have always been blood flies. There always will be. It's the way of the world. Things rot. They fall apart. You squeeze out every drop of wine you can, then you pass into
Nothing
nothing.
is safe. What is wrong with this city?
Not on my tombstone.
Constantine. That'd be pretty cool. Admittedly, it'd be pretty cool. Okay, good. There's no electricity here. And here's hoping there's no guards on the roof. Gotta make it to the black market. Gotta buy that rune. Being able to see helps. Ta-da! Bosses beware, when we're screwed we multiply. Nice. That's an excellent chant.
Welcome. You look like someone with refined tastes.
Accurate.
I don't know you.
I'm new to Karnaca. I need a tool that can rewire a wall
Bosses
of light,
beware.
the kind the Grand Guard uses. And I'd prefer not to explain myself.
I can help you out, but not right now. Don't even linger here. I'm supposed to get a visit from Paolo, someone you don't want to meet. Come back later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by. I think he's here. Hide yourself. It's too late to run. I'm begging you, hide until Paolo's gone. He'll hurt you.
Stuck over here. On a racket.
They never wait too long. Sweating up a storm here. Could really use a mug of something cool.
I need 8 new cutters, short blades.
Where did those rats come from?
Or least.
I know what you mean.
Because last time you gave me some backwater foundry that wouldn't hold an edge and snapped against Grand Guard armor.
I got taken on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Lop off maybe 10%?
30. Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the cutters, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the Dust District, a witch empress, and these clockwork soldiers protecting their stalkers. All bad for business. But if I get my way, Karnaca would be a different city a year from now.
Fuck this dude up.
What am I doing here?
If you're not with the guard, I'm happy to serve. It's too late to run. I'm begging you, hide until Paolo's gone. He'll hurt you.
I mean, we already went over that. 4,000 money.
A deal well made.
Nice.
A pleasure to do business. You won't be sorry.
Check out some
You
of
want
these here.
blueprints for better weaponry.
Instant sleep dart. Yeah. I don't really need faster reload just yet.
Things were so much better just a decade ago. The situation in the Empire has driven the prices up, I'm afraid. You know, I sleep in the shop most nights. The city's not safe.
Let's see. Panda Thunder Pussy. I'm just now reading these band names. I was so very enraptured by what was going on.
Keep to the shadows. That's my advice.
Don't tell me how to live. How the fuck did I get in here? Like this, right? Copper wire. It's not worth as much as it was. It was worth at least 15 back in the day.
You look like you're doing pretty well. Why not give me a coin? Appreciate it. I'll let you in on a secret. I saw people coming and going recently, looking for whale oil, up to something. So many people legging it from the city. The Grand Guard and the Howlers won't have anybody to tax or rob.
He wasn't always like this. One of his works still hangs in a museum.
Oh, wow.
He has no more secrets.
In the silver mines here, until the dust got to my lungs.
Wow.
You watch yourself. The Grand Guard aren't too friendly to strangers.
You somehow, what? A psychological trigger? That's kind of neat. Unless it's a bad trigger. In which case, I'm sorry for thinking it's neat. Pants, you say? Well, I find pants to be quite psychologically triggering as well. Okay, so now, with these 5 sleep darts, I could knock out 20 guards, as long as I've dominoed all of them.
Things have happened here in the last 5.
Huh. Who's that?
No way!
That is interesting. I mean, I get you. Denim activates, it's my time to go to work instincts. Because I often wore jeans at work. And by often, I mean, those were my work pants. Were jeans, so. Exactly. God damn it. No, I like jeans. I just don't wear them around my own house.
Damn, I thought I heard blood flies for a second.
Settle down, stomach. Dinner will be in you shortly.
Out. I'm having an off day. Cargo pants are better than cargo shorts, because I don't like shorts.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Anyone here? Show yourself.
Of course, now we're all on edge.
I'm just gonna kill all of you. I don't give a fuck.
Time to collect this bounty. You aren't going anywhere. Keep your defense up. Finally know your place.
That lasted a surprisingly long time. Just spinning around, swinging your sword. Oh, wish. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Something's gotta be it.
Don't they accept them transfer? We've got to get over to one of the other districts.
How can that guy see me? I'll be totally honest. I don't think I want to bother doing that. I got the rewire tools so that I could have it. especially feel the need.
From Morley, our love it ended poorly. I spied a lass from Bristol, 'twas good I had my pistol. Then I met a lady from Trivia, something happier.
He's bored. Bone charm. Bitter blood. What does it do? Blood flies attack at slightly shorter distances closer to nests. Okay, that's a good one. The Silver Spike. Your dear editor is stepping inside this week to give you both sides of an argument raging across the city. Guest editor, the Howler Blight. Letter published last week by the Gazette was an outrage. How could Madame Anto suggest that the Dust District and even Karnak itself would be better off if we legitimized Paolo and his howlers in any way? Instead, decent folk should hope to wake up one morning to read that Paolo is finally dead or in jail. And why should we be wary of the Abbey? Only a witch need worry about the wrath of the overseers. The howlers are nothing but a bunch of cutthroats who never worked a day in their life. Everything they have, they stole. If you want their so-called protection, it comes at a price. On the contrary, the overseers dedicated their lives to spreading the good values of the Seven Strictures. Believe me, the dust in Batista is not in our streets, but in our hearts, and only the Abbey will make us clean again. Sebastian Armitage. Pyrosonic casing. It must be something to do with crossbow bolts. One of the booth keys has been stolen again. This time I'm not having it remade, so you'll just have to share the remaining key. People, when your shift is over, just wait for Narciso to arrive and then hand the key over to him. Narciso, you wait for Daniel, and so on. Nobody leave the key in some stupid hidey hole or whatever. If the last key is lost or stolen, we won't be able to open the booth and you'll all be out of work. If you're worried, pull your coin and have another key made. Or go buy the old one back from the black market, as I'm pretty sure that's where it is now. Event to station manager. Excuse me. Cash register. Well, you know, properly guarding your properly guarding your money is the key to success.
You there! I need your help.
What's going on? Time to die, little
Whoa.
girl. I'll keep that nice scarf of yours.
I didn't see that coming. Really should have. Being that I can see through walls and stuff. That was just embarrassing. Gee, thanks, Brendan. I really appreciate that. I'm glad to know, you know? Imagine if I hadn't known. It's okay, because I missed that there was a second cash register in here. Okay. Ah, I see the fella. Okay, now that I've robbed this place, go ahead and get the quick save in there.
You there! I need your help.
What's going on here? Over here!
Where do you think you're going?
I'll cut you in half. No use. This won't take long.
I'll cut you into pieces in your place.
There's a charm and a rune beyond this door. I'm just gonna have to be smart about how I do things. I know it's an ambush. I was wondering... No, I know she's in on it. I was wondering how much time I was going to have to react properly. The answer was none. And I see that now. Well, obviously. But is there a window? Hopefully. Well, I wonder what the reward for her is, because the reward for me is 20,000 coins.
Only something would happen around here. Doesn't have to be a circus.
How the fuck did I get in here? Oh, there it is. I was trying to find the ones that I got in here from.
Wait! Look! I think her head is worth a fortune.
Shit, yo.
Place.
I'll help you look around.
Damn it. Okay. Obviously there are better ways to do what I just did. Not being able to see enemies from a greater distance is really... Okay, I know what to do. Kind of. The answer to this, as most questions, is domino.
Someone should have come through already.
Hush. You'll tip off the mark.
How long are we gonna wait for some lost aristocrat to stumble through?
Long as it takes. You want to eat, right?
Maybe this ain't such a good spot for an ambush.
It's a great spot for an ambush.
Down. More blood flies this year. People just ain't walking the streets anymore.
Getting hard to make a decent living.
Okay. Let's see. All right. It counts. Ow.
Wouldn't miss that.
Fendorfo? So that fell in that lady. and check my stats. Why, thank you, my friend. Happy belated birthday indeed. It did not count. Technically, I was not spotted. Now let's make double sure. Booyah! Not spotted. Gale, you screwed me. Paolo was where you said he'd be, alone. We knifed him 50 times. He was choking blood when I drove a rail spike through the side of his head. Then he was just gone, and there weren't nothing but a bunch of rats. Not sure how he pulled that trick, but you must have known, scumbag. Next day, Paolo come back with 10 howlers, got us a couple at a time, dragged Brenda and Thomas screaming into the street and bashed out all their teeth with a hammer. Put that crazy powder in their eyes. Had them seeing terrible things, screaming like carnival clowns, mouths all running red. Then Paolo gave the word and they shot him with those screaming darts they use. I stayed hid. Now I'm finished, asshole. And I bet you were working with the howlers all along. I swear if I ever see you, I'll stick you. That's like the trick that Granny Rags pulled, which means that Paolo is a witch. He's a witch! I'm fine. Owie. I did not expect. I forgot that I have to physically pass through the space. But moreover, I forgot that they were up there.
Oh, that's a relief. Don't know what I ate to deserve that.
One steed piled upon another. Now her soul is found with them. He paid a man to drown his wife. Drown. He was very particular about that. The didn't die of fevers. She started just like the two before.
Jesus, these people are all freaking awful. Now let's find out if they're hostile.
When the Grand Guard go into the place and see it packed solid with blood flies, they burn the building to the ground. And the ones on either side. They may just smoke flash it. Either way, the jewels will be ruined.
I missed the time I could go to sleep.
We're not getting our money, are we? Have some faith. It'll just be more complicated than I thought it would be. The Dukes let the blood flies get out of hand this year. Am I ever gonna catch a break? Nobody's looking out for nobody right now. We'll go back tonight and
Decisions to get through the day. Merry songs, like the fishermen sing when a good breeze fills the sails.
Tarcovini.
Somebody's seen something.
Door locked. Could potentially bust the door down. That doesn't seem very neighborly. Hello. Note from Corey Brockburn. I thought it said Cockburn. 25th day, month of Timber, 1851. Janice, you'll find everything in the safe. I've written the combination in the usual place. You know where to look in the office. I changed all the safe tumblers recently because I feel like I'm being followed. Pretty sure I heard shuffling and heavy breathing from somewhere nearby in the dark when I was closing up for the night. It's not the Grand Guard this time, but we're being watched for certain. Probably safer to postpone our next gathering. Can you warn the others? I'll leave Calero when I'm done with today's clients. Corey Brockburn. Okay. In the usual place, huh? Something 3. It looks like a 1. But just in case. Oh, this popped up. Gathering of the Regenters. All members present. Primary agenda, possible actions for the upcoming anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Caldwin. Proposal by Corey Brockburn. Letter to the Karnaca Gazette explaining that while her murder was reprehensible, the end results may have been positive for the Empire. Action, motion, approved unanimously. Proposal by Janice Tynes. Members wear Lord Regent's crest, armbands on the anniversary. Objection by Corey Brockburn. Lovely idea, but it may hurt business for members who need to deal with many clients that day. Clients might find it in poor taste. Action, 4 votes against, 3 votes in favor, motion rejected. Counter proposal. Janice Tynes. Armbands could be worn on the 15th anniversary of the Lord Regent's unlawful arrest. Unlawful? It was broadcast what he did. Action, motion approved unanimously. Proposal by Teodoro Beirut's campaign demanding wider deployment of the Wall of Light brought back into use by Karnaca by Duke Luca Bell. The boldest measures are the safest. Action, vote delayed until word comes from Grand Guard leadership, collecting facts on reduction in crime across Karnaca. Proposal added to agenda for next gathering, cocktails and spirits served. I'd fuck these people. I am going to rob and break as much of their shit as I can. Did I close the door when I came in? Good, I did. At first I felt bad. I'm gonna leave the toilet seat down. Did Emily just yawn? Good thing my ass.
Hope it's not a rat. What's happening now?
Trouble sleeping again last night.
Maybe I ought to try one of those sleeping tinctures. They can be kind of pricey.
Well, I've destroyed everything in this apartment that I can. They really left me no choice. Regenters. That's disgusting. Nope. There's got to be a way in there. No, the civilians don't count. They're not enemies. The Spy Master's axis of asymmetry. These more regenters, because I don't mind robbing every single thing. Fading light. Let's see what it does. Far Reach and Blink consume no mana if used within a second of assassination. That's pretty cool. But I'm not assassinating anyone, so... Southern Winds. Cherish students, learn colleagues. Have you not heard the tale of Serkonos and the beauty of its people? Boring! The Child Empress. There was a definitive moment when people stopped calling Emily Caldwell a child. When it came after an ambush by the Regenters, an extremist group who wanted to return Dunwall to the authoritarianism of the Lord Regent's time. On the way back to Dunwall Tower, Caldwell's carriage was blocked between two gates, with her attackers firing pistols and even throwing a grenade. With the Royal Protector too far away to be of service, the young Empress, only 14, found herself all alone in the carriage, save for her friend, Alexei Mayhew. Oh, Alexei, that's why she was the captain of the guard. Caldwell's supporters are lucky that Mayhew was there, or she was brave enough to grab a grenade that had landed at their feet, throwing it back at the assailants and saving the Empress. When one of the men dropped down from the forward gate, it was Emily Caldwell who yanked free a short railway brace and beat the man senseless with it. Nice. With the city watch closing in, the two girls held their ground against the debris of the carriage until the situation was secure. It is said that Emily Caldwell refused to have the Regenters executed for their crimes, and this is hailed by many as her first adult decision as Empress. Cited for her heroic actions, Alexei Mayhew was commissioned by the City Watch when she turned 18 and was later made captain by Emily Caldwell herself. Wow. It's quite a backstory. It's a shame she's dead. It's actually infuriating that she's dead. Before we got a chance to even really know her. Ooh, bath salts. My preferred drug. Eat some faces. Let's do it. Hello. Oh, I thought that was a book. It's just indoor plumbing. Everyone has a painting of this guy. I don't know who he is. Look, it's one of those giant fucking rabbits. Conservatory closure extended. Representative from the Royal Conservatory confirmed today that the site's closure has been extended once again, with no promise of when it might reopen. Curator Bianna Ashworth could not be reached for comment. Readers will remember that infestation of mites in the Roseboro exhibit forced the closure nearly 6 months ago, though there have been rumors that no exterminators have been hired. The Roseboro exhibit was to be a prestigious event sponsored by the Academy of Natural Philosophy, with hopes of attracting numerous experts and guest lecturers from across the Isles. The important exhibition is now on hold indefinitely due to the extended closure. For hopeful visitors, there is nothing to do but wait for the word. Do you think these guys are regenters too? There's not as much breakable shit in this apartment. That book seemed to have a particularly positive message of me, though, so I don't know. Hard to tell. Terrifying. Yeah, I'll leave the place alone. Okay. And that is that. That's everything there was to steal from the place. Yeah, you've got a point, because it was locked with a latch from the inside. I guess they're dead. Or they really like a climate. Roller coaster. Yeah. Roller coaster.
You can see Jindosh's mansion from here. The carriage line is blocked. I'll have to unlock the gate.
Damn, I'm sure that's gonna go super well. Holy shit. Oops. That was unfortunate. Yeah, basically. Was it an out-of-bounds death, or was it a I missed my footing death? I guess both. But yeah, I didn't really fall far enough to warrant that damage, so it was an out-of-bounds death. I knew I wasn't surviving that. Probably a cop. If I had to guess.
Thing that ever happened in this city. Give me a handful of the clockwork and I'll clean up the Duck District. I don't know. Maybe the tall boys were better at the time of the rat plague. They made people stand up straight. Not changing. If the Duke has his way, we'll have an army of the clockwork soldiers by this time next year.
I hear laughter. Somewhere there is still merriment and song, and the gentle ease of friendship.
Interrogation report. Captain Calero, your name is Hieronymus Blas? Suspect, yes. And you admit to writing, printing, and distributing the pamphlet called Get the Clankers Off Our Streets. Yes, you should read it. How long before the Grand Guard is entirely replaced by mechanical soldiers, indifferent to human suffering, following some aristocrat's orders blindly? He kinda has a point, Captain. What if the Duke thinks we're not good enough for the job anymore? I don't want to go back to the mines. Corporal, this is hardly appropriate. Imagine infallible, incorruptible soldiers. He's right, Captain. Interrogation suspended. Send report to Furnace. Goddamn. Get the clankers off Karnaca Street. Beware a strange sound like the clanking of a factory machine. You might be seconds from an encounter with the latest work of our grand inventor, Kieran Jindosh. What should we think of these new marvels of industry, coveted by the wealthiest members of Karnakan society, standing visual over their estates? I will tell you, these clockwork soldiers are a danger to us all, taking lives with all the morality of a shopkeeper's adding machine. They fight for days without rest as long as the whale oil tanks hidden in their backs don't run dry. Tyranny awaits unless we act now and re-establish the lawful society established by the former Duke of Serkonos, twice the leader his indolent, irresponsible son has proven to be. Citizens of Karnaca, fight to get these clankers off our streets. I can dig it. Split the take. Lieutenant Rockos, by now you've had time to think it over. I'm in good position where I'm at, and I've got the same deal going with 4 others in the guard, spread out over Karnaca, people I trust watching every major entry points. The offer's unchanged. If our very important person from Dunwall comes through alone with anyone else, you're part of the squad taking them down. Do whatever it takes to keep it quiet, whatever it takes. Bring the body to me, or we'll all gather up. The 6 of us will take credit for the arrest, and we'll split the Duke's reward. Money and maybe a post at the Grand Palace. Stick with us in this, Lieutenant. You'll increase your odds, but don't touch the
says, I have alert. I've been alert. And he says, oh yeah, but this time, I really mean it.
The astonishing clockwork soldiers. Precise history by the creator himself, Kieran Jindosh, Grand Serkonan inventor. Dear readers, you'll be fascinated to know that earlier models of my clockwork soldier had human-like faces. Allow me to explain. As you know from chapters 18 through 22, I had been testing the clockwork soldiers against a wide range of enemies. Early in this process, a problem emerged. The would-be thieves and assailants were not intimidated by the delicate ceramic faces of the earlier prototypes. One criminal even believed he recognized an uncle and attempted conversation. Undeterred, I set about redesigning the head mechanism, encasing it with a terrifying visage. I knew I had found the right design when my first test subjects fell to their knees in fear. That's a reference to when the first trailer for the game was released, like the cinematic trailer. They featured clockwork soldiers that had the ceramic faces. And once the game got closer to release and we saw the sort of horse skull, bird skull, whatever's going on there, we were like, what happened? And it's like, well, that's what happened. Or rather, that's their explanation. Assassin's Fortune. Bolt packs have a slight chance of containing a crossbow bolt. Or containing +1 crossbow bolt. Far Reach and Blink consume no mana if used within a second of assassination. I'm not going to assassinate, but I will as Corvo. So, do I keep the actual...
I closed my locker before coming out. Last time I left it open, someone left a hangfish in my jacket pocket.
That's really funny. Yeah, let's do that. Where's this wire going to? Oh, it's a wall of lights.
These tanks don't last long enough.
We need to do something else. Because I've only got the one.
Something feels wrong.
We just gotta get out and around.
I imagine that.
She says. Then she'll leave him. I can wait. I hope they accept my transfer. I've got to get over to one of the other districts.
What? Hey. I'm about half sure there was something going on. Next time. Come on. Now's not the time for a nap. Exactly. Hello? Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
Damn it.
Huh?
To be fair, I was getting very, very lucky. Overly lucky. But I am getting into that Clockwork Mansion before the end of this episode. And then once we're in, we'll call it for the night.
I'm bored. No one here.
Can't do anything for you.
Let's see. What was it? Not wherever you are. Listen to Mom and become a hairdresser. Where are you hiding?
Never earned those medals. Twice the soldier he is. Someone should say something.
Maybe it's just working. I'm hungry.
Who's that? Oh.
Damn it.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
So bad, too. Come on. Not the time for that.
Then if I eat it, no, if he was outside, then what?
Not like that. Yeah. Whoever did that, get I'm bored. Think you're smart? Or I'll find you.
Yeah, I didn't have time for that. Let me make sure on my stats that everything's good. I didn't, didn't restock on incendiary bolts. Corrupt bone charm. Curious what it does. Lightweight. Take less damage from falling, but health regeneration rate is halved. Nah, we'll just smash that.
Dukes. She and her husband got one of those clockwork soldiers months before anyone else. They had a party, and we uncrated it.
If I hadn't spent half my life floundering in Potterstead, maybe I'd get invitations like that. It's all about who you come up with.
Couldn't agree more, my dear.
So why'd the grand inventor take the clockwork away?
What's the matter?
Hey,
you
something wrong?
Saw something?
Damn it. I'm too curious to hear the rest of their conversation. They didn't, like, see me. Of course, they had an unboxing party. But I want to know what kind of assholes they are. I'm assuming they're assholes. They're rich people.
Of the Duke's. She and her husband got one of those clockwork soldiers months before anyone else. They had a party, and we uncrated it.
If I hadn't spent half my life floundering in Potterstead, maybe I'd get invitations like that. It's all about who you come up with.
Couldn't agree more, my dear.
So why'd the grand inventor take the clockwork away from them? Couldn't they have asked the Duke to see?
Oh, after the incident, they wanted it off their estate.
But it stopped that family of robbers. Surely Bella and her husband were happy about that.
Yes, but after it killed the thieving couple and their brats, it slaughtered Bella's favorite gardener. Poor Bella said the back patio looked like one of the whaling slaughterhouses in Dunwall.
Repulsive.
I feel the need to rob them. Not to hurt them, to rob them. In the middle of something.
I don't know what hurts more, my feet or my neck. They're running me into an early grave.
She didn't do anything wrong.
At least I'm working in the good part of town now.
Yo. I will in just a bit. I'm almost done here. keep seeing this giant owl painting everywhere, and you assume that maybe it's worth something. But it never is. Alrighty. Well, with that all out of the way, we can get on to the mansion. Okay. Well, we're at the cusp of the mansion now, so we will actually get to that next time. See you guys in a bit. Well, see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.